Alright guys, let's talk about foundations. I'm going to be decluttering foundations and concealers, and I'm basically going to give you all the tea on what I like, what I don't like, and unfortunately there's a lot of like in between because I'm very indecisive with my foundations. Yay! Aren't you excited? I'm going to try to get rid of some. If I can donate, I will, yada yada, but there's a lot to get into, so let's just start talking about it. I like to start with my easy decisions that are things that I love, things that I don't love, what I know I can choose on right now. So some things I love, ultimate favorites. New, the Vanish is so beautiful from Hourglass. NARS Longwear Radiant. Love both of these. Honestly, so worth it when it comes out so beautifully. Fenty foundations. I do have to mix, in my opinion, to get like the perfect match, but it is a beautiful foundation, especially in the summer. So these, I actually just shook them up. I'm pretty low on both of these, but honestly, I feel like once the weather gets a little warmer, I'll use them, wear them, go through them, and decide if I want to repurchase. Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation is very beautiful in remarkably similar packaging, the Smashbox Studio Skin. I love both of these for slightly lighter coverage, more of a hydrated or natural finish. I've got two of these, the Sephora Collection Matte Foundation, and I think honestly this shade is going to be a bit light. Oh, that one's not open. I can donate one of those. And I think this is a bit light. It's not as off as some of my other foundations because I feel like this one oxidizes just a tiny bit, but you know, my arm is obviously a little bit darker than my face, but I can still mix it with things. So I'll definitely hold on to one of them. I love that that one's sealed up so I can donate it. That's great. Another Smashbox Studio Skin. This is just a different color. I do like having, you know, some color options, especially since I keep picking too light foundations, but that's a whole nother story. Another one that I love is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. Now I have kept probably too many colors because I like the formula so much. This is not the best method of picking your color, obviously, but I can, you know, kind of tell, obviously, just for myself. I'm going to try to narrow it. Oh, that one's not used. Okay, I'm going to donate that one. I think this is one of the colors I use a lot. L70. It looks like L60 and L70 have been pretty well loved. L90. A little warmer, but I can see myself using that when I have a tan. Those are nice colors. Okay, I'm loving that little selection right there. I have another L70 that is brand new. I'm gonna donate those. So I love that I'm finding some stuff that I can actually donate. Marc Jacobs Shameless. Let me know if you guys have used this and actually like the foundation. Honestly, it's been on sale for like 3 months, and for me, it caked, it creased, it just wasn't pretty. I couldn't get on board with it. These Dior sticks, I think this is like a cover stick. That wouldn't be too bad if I had a breakout. It's a little bit yellow. I'm definitely not going to keep a lot of color correctors because I just don't color correct that often. I do, however, like this Dior one. They're probably both used. No. Let's see how the used one swatches. Okay, that's all right. It's a bit dry. What I'm gonna do is actually get rid of the used one. And in this instance, I'm gonna hold on to the 3 of these. Keep me some high-end options. Vibrancy foundation from Josie Maran. Honestly, I didn't love it that much personally, so I'm gonna let this little guy go. The Origins Pretty in Bloom is pretty new to me. A few lighter weight coverages that I've been liking. The Skin Feels Good from Lancome is really pretty, and I've actually been mixing it with the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop. It says it's tinted moisturizer. This to me has pretty good coverage though. And then I also really like the CoverGirl Clean Fresh. So lighter weight options that I've been liking, so I want to hold on to those. My Naked Skin has got to be like ancient at this point, so I'm gonna let this go. Feels like it's almost empty. CC and Fair, Sephora Collection Stick. I'm gonna let that go. It's a little orangey for me. The Juvia's Place foundation is actually really pretty. The color is light, but if you have this and your color's wrong, don't be afraid to mix it with something more hydrating or natural finish because it actually looked beautiful. I have Lancome Tonadol in a couple colors. I love those. ColourPop. Oh, you can see these have gotten a good bit of love. I have the No Filter foundation. This one's a little bit more empty. I think at one point though I did mix these. I may keep the darker one. No, that actually looks quite nice. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that one. That is Fair 30. The one I'm gonna get rid of is more empty, is Light 55. It looks a little dark. I think I ordered one and just kind of made it work and then ordered another. Makeup Forever HD R260. I don't know. I feel like I just need to try this more, and they say to use it with like a really flat brush. Maybe I just haven't done that. So see, the Neutrogena, I did a campaign for them, and I genuinely do like this foundation. It's a bit dark in the lightest shade, but I can mix it. It looks really pretty with the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop. Makeup Revolution. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Makeup Revolution. I am just kind of like disenchanted with them because so much of what they do is just like copy work. I wasn't thrilled with this like formula period, but I was wanting to see if the colors were good. They don't look bad. I'm just gonna let these go. I'm just not excited about this. The Revlon Candid I was actually pretty impressed with. You can tell I've used a good bit. I'm gonna hold on to that. Fit Me Dewy Foundation. I think I had a pretty decent review of this one, but I haven't tried it more than a couple of times. Wet n Wild, Shell Ivory, and Rose Ivory. This is the original formula, and then I also have the Dewy. I'm pretty sure I have this one in Rose Ivory. Let's swatch Shell Ivory. I'm gonna keep the Rose Ivory in the regular and the Dewy, and I'm gonna let the Shell Ivory go. Something that unfortunately didn't work out, I just didn't give this enough love. But as I said, I don't do color correction a lot, and when I do, I'm gonna grab something like a pen or that stick really quick and easy, and I'm just not gonna dip into this, unfortunately, so I'm gonna let that go as well. I believe I have a refill for this. This is my Misha Magic Cushion. Oh yeah, this one says expired. I haven't used this lately, but I really like it for those days with lighter coverage. I need to see if I have a replacement for it somewhere. I also have various ones in these, but with the ones I have, you can just pop this out. So I'm not going to get rid of these. They're really cute. Etude House and Misha. So I need to check out the dates on these. This one's definitely old, so I'm going to let that one go. And like I said, I'm just going to put these in a different drawer. That way I can change them out when I have a compact I want to use. This is the Magic Mint. That's a color corrector. And then I have this one that is light pearl. This one's really pretty. I had a whim one time where I wanted all of these things and I just couldn't let it go. And then this Misha one is definitely well loved. So I'm just going to pop that out. Other cushions that I like, the Wet n Wild ones have actually gotten a good bit of love. This one though, the contour is actually really, really gorgeous. As you can see, I have used this a lot. I'm so tempted to keep these because they're affordable. They also don't take up that much space because you just put them like this. So I may hold on to these for now. Lumi cushion. This is actually a really pretty cushion as well. L'Oreal, which you can get at the drugstore. Huda Beauty. So I kept this for basically one reason, is like if I need to lighten a foundation or add a bit of coverage, this is a great way to do it. But I hate the smell. And I know that I'm not the only one, but some people don't mind it. The formula and the coverage is so good. So I'm so torn about this one. I just wish that they would just get on board with fragrance free. Like, why put an irritant in your foundation? That's a whole nother story. But I'm gonna hold on to it for now because, like I said, it does have its uses. The Do You foundation from Too Faced, I think we all know that was kind of a flop, not just with me but with everybody. The Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I have the foundation and concealer. I honestly with these don't remember my thoughts and feelings, so I may try them a bit more. And then we got some Maybelline, which I feel like I've done impressions of these and then not reach for them very much afterwards, but I do have a few different options. I think I'd like to just try them out once more because if I've only tried them once or twice and I haven't reached for them, they're probably not going to stay in my collection. But on the other hand, I haven't had them all that long. I've made a little progress, but I'm not getting rid of much as I want. This JOA one, honestly, is so freaking liquidy. Oh, it's so yellow. Okay, we're gonna let that one go. Oh, I have another CoverGirl L15. It looks like that one got some love too. It's very peachy, but I feel like this is more my right color. So I guess I'm gonna hold on to that one. Jesus. Dior Skin Flash. This just doesn't show up much. It's very peachy, very sheer. Let that go. Some concealers that I love. Again, the Hourglass, amazing. Jeffree Star concealer. My two True Blend undercovers. I like both colors. This one from CoverGirl, however, is not my favorite. It's the Vitalist, so I'm just going to stick with my True Blend undercover. NARS is amazing. This Lancome, I just used to use this around my brows. I have held on to it for some reason, and this tube is pretty new. It hasn't gotten a lot of use, and I do like to mix this with thinner foundations sometimes. This NYX Born to Glow has actually been surprisingly good. The Tonadol, I don't know if I'm just using it wrong or there's a better way to do it where it would work better, but I don't know, I'm not loving this so far. I'm not willing to give up on it though because I love the foundation from Lancome so much, but yeah, it's kind of like iffy. Naked Skin, this is old, so there's a whole new version out, so I'm gonna let that go. This Maybelline Superstay one, when I first did the impression, I was pretty much on board with it, but the more that I used it, and I don't know if it's just getting drier as, you know, I open and close the tube a lot, but I've not been loving this one. Just under my eye area, like it works well to brighten the other areas of my face, but I don't know if it's thickening up on me or what, but I'm gonna let that go. Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion, I think they came out with new colors, but this is just not hitting on anything as a concealer for me. It's very peachy. It's just a little too dark for me to wear it the way that I want to wear it, so even though right there it doesn't look bad on my face, it's just a no. We've got two e.l.f. concealers that I'm gonna keep, Camo and Hydrating Camo. These are really good. Huda and Kat Von D. Literally, this Huda concealer is almost as white as this. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Kat Von D though. I've held on to it for, you know, a very white base under the eye, lightening other concealers, but I don't really see myself using it very much, and this Huda one is like literally almost as light with better coverage. Another NARS. Naked Skin Color Corrector, you can see how much I've loved it. Like, it's down to here. I'm gonna let it go though. I'm just gonna hold on to my Master Camo. This one's got a little applicator. It's actually really handy, twist it up and you put it on. So basically I've got a drugstore from Maybelline and I've got my Dior High End and I'm good. Power Play Foundation. It's really good. If I could just get it to not crease in my smile lines, we would be like amazing. I think this one from Stila has gone away. This is the Pump Up little foundation and little concealer on top. I've never really used that honestly that much. Doesn't look bad though, but I do believe that this has been replaced with a whole other foundation, so we're gonna let that go too. Amazonian Clay, man, I used to use this back in the day, probably in 2013 I was wearing this, and it's got a lot of coverage, but it is a little bit heavier. I may try to mix it with something else though. The CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir is a little dark for me, but this formula is so good, and I love to mix this with other foundations that are a bit light. Makeup Revolution by Bobbi Brown. This is the color corrector in Bisque. I don't think I'm going to use that. Honestly, what I'll do is just keep this. So I have one under eye color corrector just in case I ever need to for some reason, so I'm not completely out. But for the most part, I don't really use it. IT Cosmetics CCs. I have light in this one, which I actually think, yeah, it looks like it's maybe been pumped once. I'm gonna see if my mom would like that, because she won't care. I can just clean it. And then I'm gonna hold on to the Fair Light. Now this is the matte version, but the matte's not very matte, and this to me is a little bit radiant, so I'm gonna hold on to that one.
Kitty crossing. Okay.
All right. Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. I think it's the same thing that, like, I didn't have a great color, so I don't know that I ever really... Ooh, buddy. Well, my mom is darker than me and she does have a lot of redness, so sometimes, you know, using something a little bit more golden might help. So I'm gonna see if this will work for her. We'll just do a little swatch, and if not, then I'll get rid of it. 2 stick foundations. Oh gosh, that's not good. Oh no, still creamy. Okay. The Pour Anastasia Stick Foundation. This is Ivory. Ooh, okay. We're gonna let that go. She's old. I'll hold on to the Tarte Matte Velvet Skin. We've got 2 R230s. Okay, interesting. Looks like it might have been used. This one's definitely been used. I'm just gonna keep one. Clinique Even Better. Honestly, it's been so long since I used this, and I did get this one recently, so I'm gonna hold on to that for now. All right, now I'm just going to clean out my organizer. Those are kind of a bitch to clean, even with good cleaner. Let's get this thing reorganized. So I'm definitely not making as much room as I would like. This organizer though, like you can only fit so much. So I'm trying to figure out some ways that I can possibly, you know, put a couple in these slots like that so that I can do a bit more. Also, these are too tall, so I think these will fit like this. The Fenty definitely has to be leaning over. Some of these, you know, that are smaller, slimmer packagings, I can kind of move around. I also like to have my concealers in here too, and I'm gonna be honest, I was hoping to free up some room in here to put other things, but what I'll have to do is like go through and continue to try all of these out and, you know, double check what I like, what I don't like, and if I wear one and I don't like it, it's gotta go, you know? So that's pretty much got it fueled. Most of these will not allow for anything else to fit in there with them. I will say though, a lot of this was not in the container, and obviously you saw it kind of like spewed out everywhere. It was kind of a mess. So I'm gonna see what I can fit where. So I can make a little bit of room in here. So I made everything fit a little bit better. It works, it will fit in the drawer. The only thing that I have out now that will not fit is my compacts, but that was always the case. It's always kind of a mess. So for now, I think this is pretty good. One more, damn it. Oh, voila! Okay, so that's a lot better. The ones here, actually most of these I probably need to pop out. Ooh, Jesus, that one's really old. So what I'll do with these is toss all of those. So every single one of these is actually without a compact. So they're gonna go in like a lower drawer. Over here, my Alex 9 drawer. Wow, such a beautiful setup. It has like a lot of random stuff, so I'm gonna put those there. So until this one gets used some more, I'm just gonna hold on to the Lumi and the Wet n Wild, and I'll just make some room in the drawer for those. Okay, pretty good, a lot better. I have trashed a lot, but I've got 2 for donation. These I'm gonna see if they will work for my mom, so I'll put those in a bag, donate those, and yeah, that's a lot of progress. I do want to show you guys one more thing. So this is what I was hoping to do, which I will have to just do at a later time and slowly incorporate them, is I have backups and new things here. So these are all foundations that either is a backup or something that I haven't tried yet, like the Anastasia. Like, I should have already tried that. So I'm gonna slowly incorporate these and get rid of more over there. And I need to go through here and see, like, this Mackie can play. I'm probably not gonna use this, honestly, so I can see if somebody would like it. I think that's what I'll do, is just kind of glance at this really quick. Beauty Blender is so good. I actually have another one of the Tarte ones. Wow, okay, I need to compare colors on that. Those are different colors and the packaging's changed. I think this is the new packaging, if I'm not mistaken, with the little dropper. All Hours I've actually tried and I really like, but I just kind of put in here because I wanted to get through some of my other ones first, but like, we gotta get this handled because I've got some that I really want to try. Oh my God, are you serious? Like, what am I doing? 1.5? So I don't know why I wound up with another one. I'm gonna see if the 1.5 will work for my mom. This one I've had for a while and haven't used because it's different than the matte made. It's just the original True Blend. I do have a lot in here. It's not quite as bad as I was expecting. And I think this Forever foundation is an old version too. And I don't even know if that color will work, but at any rate, you see what I'm working with. I have some, you know, updating and moving to do. And then here, like, all of these little Benefit concealers, I'm pretty sure are the older versions. So I don't know why I'm hanging on to those. I've got a bunch of extra powders. These are all extra Clean Fresh, which they accidentally sent me 2 of the PR package, so I just wound up with a ton of these. I do like it, but I'm just gonna double check my shade before I start giving those away. I've actually given a lot of them away already, but those are kind of in my shade range. So I've got some backup concealers, some new ones. You guys see what I'm working with. If you see things in here that you're like, excuse me, why haven't you used that in a video? Let me know. Since most of these 2 containers is not open and not used, I'm probably gonna look through this really quick and see if there's anything else I can donate that before I get into it. If I'm really not that interested in trying it, then I can donate it. But I've also got a lot of backups in here. So this is the rest of my collection. It's a lot, but honestly, it's not quite as bad as I expected. So I'm gonna do what I can with this, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me declutter all the foundations I've been using. This is just spring cleaning time. What else can you do when you're stuck in your house for however long? All right, so I love you guys. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.